melty.
Yeah.
And so my friend who comes from Wisconsin and lives here now, she's like, we were talking about it on a walk because we go on a walk almost every week. And I was like, we're kind of backwards here with living with the seasons because usually you would hibernate all winter long because you couldn't really go out and you would do more indoor stuff. Yes, you would go outside and do some stuff, but
not nearly.
Not nearly what we do here during winter.
Yeah, we definitely fuck it up. But I mean, it's funny because at least for us, we do a lot of like the nonprofit work and like the food fight thing. That's a 7-month long commitment, and it's every other Monday. There's lots of moving pieces, and it's very fulfilling, and we love that. And I think in a perfect world for my husband and I, we feel like we wish we could just do that,
right,
and then not have like the actual job, like the big boy, big girl job.
Yeah.
Or if we could marry them very closely somehow, which I have. Both of ours are married, but not quite
the same
financially like supportive enough for us to like drop one of the other things. But that really like fuels us. So it's almost like the thing that's like really exhausting us is also fueling us quite a bit. And the idea of like not having that. So like in the off season, so the food fights end October 6th, and then they won't pick up again until like March. But our gala is in December. And so it's really like January and February that we don't have the things. And we're like, damn, there's like nothing to do, you know, like what do we do with ourselves?
Yeah.
And then
March
comes
is like,
March.
surprise!
Yes. But we just get like so much like internal joy from it that I just don't think we just won't be able to stop. Like this is year 5 for our gala.
Well, it sounds like you do get a down period, a rest period in the middle of the winter there in the deep winter. So, and it sounds like it does slow down for you after October.
Yeah.
When food fights are over and
then the gala.
Yeah, then you got to pick up for the gala.
And then I throw in other things. And I'm like, you know what we should also do?
Well, and then of course you have the holidays, right? So you have Thanksgiving. Well, you have Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and those are all like things you do with your kids, right? When you're little, you got to take them, and I'm like.
and make it all magical.
Yeah.
Special shit.
Yeah, dicks.
It's a lot of energy being magical.
It is. It's a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's
magical.
really horrible being human. Like a fucking refund.
You know, I have to stand with you on that.
If we were koala bears, you nap for like 20 hours a day. And if you don't get sex, it's like 21.
They can eat.
They just get high all day off the fucking eucalyptus.
I almost sent you the thing yesterday. The day before about sloths.
Oh,
and you know that female sloths
probably
in like the mating season they just lay around and scream.
Yeah,
they just yell until someone comes and
mates them,
bangs them.
And they just like hang like
we
this.
Should totally bring that out back.
Yeah, and then they're just like. It's exactly what it looks like. In case you want to Google that later. You're welcome.
I'll let you know how that goes.
That is burnt in there. But I'm 100% positive if I did that, my husband would immediately.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Yeah, you could just
be like, oh, there she is. It's time to do the thing.
Portal's open.
Yeah.
And then boom. And then portal's open. Boom. I don't really feel like it. I mean, they're not wrong.
I know. But I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't know. It wouldn't let me send it, but I was trying to send it to you.
Yeah,
Like,
I fucking love sloths. Yeah. Well, also koala bears, when they try to get laid, if they can't, they just go back to sleep. They're like, hey, girl, hey. And she's like, no. Done. Yeah. And they just get high all day off eucalyptus. Those little fuckers, I swear. Next life. Oh.
Next life. Oh, missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Damn it, God. Oh. Anyways, okay. So, how would you fix her?
Okay.
Fix this bitch.
How would we fix us?
I'm good.
Well, since we all have nervous system dysregulation, I think that a great place to start is with breath. Just making sure that we're just noticing it and not judging it. Our breath is the only autonomic function that we can control. And when we tap into that, we can not only tap into how our brain is working, but how our body's working. And then it also connects us to our spirit, which is the only body process that we have control over that can access all 3 states. with breath work, we can go into psychedelic type states.
I think so.
Let's
Let's do this shit.
Who's the
And-
guy? There's a guy that like promotes so much like meditation or such deep meditation that you can like disassociate. Do you know what I'm talking about? It'll come to me. Sorry.
Is it the holotropic breathing?
Maybe, but there's a guy.
Sounds nice.
I can't.
That sounds nice.
Niraj?
No.
It's it'll come to me.
When-
But it's very similar in that you
Okay.
can I don't want to say basically like disassociate or like you're meditating so hard that you're like entering a different portal.
Mhm. Well, our bodies, through our breath, we can access so many different medicines.
Mm.
And so we can actually create our own DMT in our lungs using breath work.
Okay, I know what DMT is, but for people that are listening, what is that?
It is a psychedelic substance that I don't think is it lab created? I think it might be a naturally occurring substance, but you can get it and take it, or you can make it yourself.
And what does it do?
It opens up your consciousness and brings you to different levels of awareness, possibly having you see and hear different things that are not in this plane of existence.
Interesting.
Helps you rewire your neural pathways too.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of breaks the bonds that are there
Mm-hmm.
and allows you to rewire them, as does breath work.
Boom.
So when we get you into that really deep, blissful state using breath, it allows your neural pathways to be able to be reformed by the words. So when I do my I was doing weekly breathwork classes online, and you can find them on YouTube. I posted them every week.
Mm-hmm.
I would bring people into these ecstatic states, deep, deep levels of being, and then make suggestions to them in these states. And those suggestions go into their subconscious because they're in such a deeply relaxed state. The veil, if you will, between the worlds is very thin.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're able to access that subconscious state, and they're able to access it and feel the feelings, and using their breath, concentrate on their breath, be able to process some of those emotions that maybe they don't even know what they are. Maybe they don't even know what happened to them,
right?
But they're still able to process it and be able to release it and let it go. And it's really magical.
That's nice.
To watch people do it.
Nice.
And then when
She said, that's nice.
That is nice.
when we breathe in
Very
community, it's very powerful too.
Huh.
It's kind of like that saying the sum of the whole is greater than all of the parts.
Mhm.
It's like that. It's like an exponential thing when you get people together to breathe together and do this work together. It becomes so much more powerful than an individual experience. And so what I would recommend, since you are so busy, I'm not telling you to go and do an hour's worth of breath work every day. I don't even do that. But what I would say is pair things with something that you already do. So say your goal is you want to learn how to be more mindful, which I think is a great thing. That's where I've kind of started, but I use my breath to be able to get there because of ADHD. And so I'll just notice that I'm feeling frazzled, and I'll be like, all right, stop, pause, notice. And I just stop and notice my breath, what's going on in my body, and kind of just take like 30 seconds to puzzle it out a little bit. If I need to write something down, I will. And then I'll just, okay, well, what do I need for this? What does this need? What do I need to do with it? And let's just breathe through it and get ourselves into a calm space, do that grounding. If I'm really spinny and I can't get there by just doing that, I'll start to hum. Humming will activate that vagus nerve. Yeah. Yeah. And it's really, really powerful. And then there's the physiological side as well, where you can do the 2 short breaths in through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. That one's another really, really powerful one to make your body feel safe. And then you can evaluate from there, okay, is this what I need to be doing?
Yeah. Is this the moment?
And so I wasn't taught how to organize my time. So I get spinny quite a lot, especially having ADHD, where I'm like, getting hyper focused on something. I could just do this for hours. Is it productive? No. Is it a lot of fun? Heck yeah. But I recognize that I have other responsibilities. And so in that, I've started doing time blocking, where I have my schedule, I look at it every day, and I utilize my virtual personal assistant, my ChatGPT, and I say, hey, you know all of the stuff going on in my life. What is the most important activities for me to be doing today? And I will just voice journal into it. Be like, I've got this, and I feel really overwhelmed. And I have it tell me what's most important for me to focus on.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. That has been an amazing tool for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
I know.
For you. I'm fine.
You're
So
such
when
an
it comes to
asshole.
time though, I'm fucking down to the second.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on.
But then also making sure that you're making time for yourself.
That part of it. Fuck that part.
And having a routine.
She's like, oh, we were so close.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck that.
We're going to address all of it.
It's not just me.
Oh, well, mostly.
Okay.
I have a really hard time making time for myself too.
Oh,
I have
that's
3
so
kids.
nice.
Only one was at home, but holy crap, they're a handful.
Yeah.
And you know, my husband is wanting my attention too, and then I want to have a lot of alone time because I have so many creative endeavors that I just love to dive into. So I kind of just repel people, but I forget to make that time for myself to relax. And so I get up at 5:30 every morning by choice. I don't have to get up until like 6:45, but I get up at 5:30 every morning by choice, and I roll my butt into the bathroom, and I do what I need to do, and then I move my meditation station into my closet. So I don't even have to leave my bathroom, and I head right in there, and I'll do just a few little flows, make my body feel good. I'll do some breaths, light a candle, some incense, and just have my woosah, this is myself moment. I have a daily book that I look at to give me an inspiration for the day. And then I go on about my day. Do I do that religiously? No. Would I like to? Yes. But I'm practicing. And right now it's about 60% success rate. And that's made a huge difference in my life. And as long as I continue pushing towards the, you know, wanting to do this every day, we'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, it's helping me tremendously, and I'm being gentle with myself.
Yeah. I think I've been better about like that. Like in the mornings, I get up at 6 so that I just have like some time to just hang out for a little while. Like sometimes I'll get up and just have coffee, or I'll go outside and take the cat outside because he likes to go outside. So he's kind of my reason to like chill out for a little bit, and I'll like sit there with the sun. And I'm like, all right, motherfucker, we gotta go. You know.
I'm so glad to hear you do that. That's great. I do that.
Yeah.
every
So I
morning
try
too.
to just sit there for a second, and then I'm like, all right, we gotta get inside. And I say hi to the chickens, and then that's it. That's all I got. So I do a little better with that.
That's great.
Most days.
That's great.
Not every day. But I think that was one of the things I liked the most about your book was like the, because I think that's something you and I both fucking suck at, is like being kind to yourself when you don't do those things well. And so I think that was like one of the things I liked.
Because I didn't wash my husband's socks.
Yeah, I know. And you're like dying, and I'm like, he's just gonna buy more and then put them right on, like they all do. That's exactly. Like I could just see my husband at Walmart, and then in the car putting them on. Yeah, and being perfectly fine. While I'm like, oh my god, all the people that touch those, it's so dirty. But yeah, so I think that was one of the things too. And like you were saying, it's like giving yourself grace that it doesn't happen all the time. Because yeah, there's some days I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna lay here and fucking complete. I don't want to do anything. Hate it. And then I get fuck up. Usually because I have to pee, but whatever.
Because you're old.
I'm old as balls. So fucking old. So I go to bed at 5:30 p.m.
I know. That's the thing. My day starts so early, and then, okay, so it starts at like 5:45, and then I get up and do my thing, and I get Alana dressed or whatever, and then bring her to school. And then it's an 8-minute drive here. And then I work basically from like 8:30 until 6 or 6:30 here. And then I go home, and then it's like the second I walk in, the girls want to see me. I gotta make a lot of lunch for the next day. And then it's like bath time and it's bedtime. And then there's no like, and then there's time for my husband and I, you know, and then so by the time I'm ready to go to bed, it's like 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, and it doesn't seem feasibly like I haven't really figured out where is the me time in that. And so that's been like really exhausting for me because I'm like, that's a long fucking day. 5:45 when I get home, I'm gone for 13-14 hours. And then kids and bedtime and snacks and lunch and husband and shower and, you know. So
and you've had no rejuvenation in there.
None.
Right. what would it feel like to say, you know, I'm going to set aside 15 minutes during my busy day to go take myself across the streets for a walk at the beautiful park across the street?
I used to do that. I used to walk like out here, and it was so funny. One time I like just kind of like snuck out, and I told my front desk girl, like, "Okay, I'm gonna go." I told Kathleen, "I'm just go for a walk really quick, and I'll be back." Because I was like really much better at this, like early summer before it started getting disgusting outside. And I was like, I was outside taking my feet off, taking my shoes off, grounding myself, like being out in the sun kind of thing. And then I like walked, and then I like turned around, and all three of my fucking staff members are sitting outside like,
Making sure
where are you going? I have a question. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you people. I hate all of you. But it's so funny. I like turned around, and they're like all standing there, like little deers in headlights waiting for me. I'm like, are you gonna be okay? I used to do that.
Yeah.
But like just kind of with the change in things and trying to like introduce insurance and all that, it's literally like back to back to back to back. And there's so many things I can't delegate. Like I tried to delegate some of them, and then like Mike has been helping a lot, and then he's just like, I need you for all of these questions.
You're like, oh.
And I'm like, okay. And I like delegate something to Diego, and he's like, I don't know how to answer this part. I'm like, so it's like all these things that like I'm the only one that has to do it. So I'm really struggling with that, because I used to have some time to like, okay, I'm gonna take a minute, or I'm gonna do this and do that. And even in the fucking bathroom, I'm like checking my emails and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, and maybe like she was saying, like while you go to the bathroom, can you leave your phone in the fucking room and just take a shit and take a breath?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I could definitely try it.
That's what I
It
was
might be that breath of fresh air
Yeah,
that
it might be
you might be
nice.
looking for.
Yeah, just for 2 seconds, be like, let me drop a deuce and a deep breath. Dunskies. Yeah, because well, and I think part of it is too is that you know, it's funny is that like I can remember the first year, because we're 3 years, Wade's is 3 years old, and so I can remember the first year where it was like you did everything, everyone came to you, and now we're 3, and I feel like we started this new thing where it's I call it where it's like a lattice. So instead of like a ladder where you have to go to like chain of command, it's like a lattice. So it's like you just go to whoever the fuck else works here, and you ask them. And you two talk about it. And if you two can't agree, then you go to the next person who works here. And I'm like the dead last person you bring it to. And it's been helpful. Like sometimes they won't do it, and I know they don't. And I'm like, who did you ask before me? And they're like, and I'm like, turn the fuck around and go ask somebody else, and then come to me when I'm dead last, you know, because that's the only way. But it took 3 fucking years for it to get there. And that's the hard part, I think, too, is that like when you're starting out as a baby business, even though you've done this for a long time, like this piece, it's really hard because it's not like there's a lot of give and take. Like it's just a lot of take.
Yeah,
all
it's a lot of
day. And I don't think, you know, because even the other day somebody was asking me something about how many networking events I go to, and I was like 1,003.
Yeah,
easily, like a
tonight is
zillion.
1,004.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, here you go, sharpen my shit to somebody else's fucking thing, and they're like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't even fucking know. It's just in my phone, and I just show
I
the fuck
don't
up.
even know.
But yeah, but it's like it's important because that's like how you stay alive when you're a baby business, you know. But it is like, who do you fucking delegate that to? You know, it's like, well, here I am, motherfuckers, again. It's like, well, I showered this time. That's new for you.
Yeah.
But it is hard because it's hard to like, but like I was seeing, like she was saying too, like go to the bathroom, leave your phone.
And hum while you're in there.
Oh, you should hum. That'll be fun.
You can hum to yourself in the bathroom.
It's
Yeah,
like
or in your car. I mean, even while you're listening to stuff, I get it. I was listening to one of Gabor Mate's books.
Oh,
here.
I love him.
So
Little basset hound.
I love him.
He's so cute. His little basset hound face.
he does have a basset hound
He
face.
does.
It's so
So
sweet.
good. I love him.
I know, I really do so too. I could listen to him like endlessly.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is so relaxing.
Yeah.
His voice is so
I know,
like,
he's like, hello, everybody, here we go.
yeah.
Oh, tell me
here
the
we go.
story.
We're going.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Come on, wherever you're going.
I know. One of his books I got that I do listen to, his son narrated it. Not the same. I was like, well, you're very nice, but you're not your dad, so that's fun. Get your dad on here next time.
Yeah, that's great. But it's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, and you know, like one of the things we did when I was doing my yoga cert was like bees breath, where you like cover your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Like real lightly cover your nose, and then your ears, and then you like
stick your thumbs in your ears so
Yeah.
you're like a reindeer,
Right, right
and then you
here.
can cover your eyes and stuff
Yeah.
like this. And you just shut the world out.
yeah, and you just hum, and it's like you're like trapped in like this cute little bumblebee love nest. It's so fun.
How does that feel for you?
It's actually doesn't bother me as long as I can have like one eye. Like this, just one fucking eye.
She won't close her eyes during a massage.
That's how you get murdered. It definitely is. I've seen it happen on some dateline somewhere. I don't know what it is. I just don't.
It's the fully relaxation state. It probably makes you feel like you're gonna be murdered because
Yeah.
it's not safe.
It's not. I'm like, I don't know you from a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Just rub these knots out. Well, like that. My mom did a tuning on me the other day because she's learning how to do tuning. She's like, relax. And I was like, I am. She's like, I don't think you are. I was like, that's as good as it's going to get. Tune away, bitch.
She's all relaxed, girl.
I was like, I am. Go.
Yeah, exactly, with your shoulders all the way up. I'm so relaxed right now.
I'm real good. Just get
Okay.
this done.
Yeah, get it done. We got other things we gotta do.
I had a gong that would go off on different intervals on my phone too.
Oh,
And it would remind me to just take a breath. No matter what I was doing, I have to stop what I was doing.
that's nice.
I would just notice and take a breath and then continue what I was doing. And that's another idea.
That's nice.
To just have that instant check-in.
You too,
For
asshole.
I breathe all the time. I have asthma. I have to breathe.
I'll
I'll fucking die. I'll die.
It's literally the same.
That's the same bitch. No, there are times where I'll notice like I'm like this.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, that's gross.
I will sometimes notice I'm breathing very shallow, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why do I do that?
Yeah. I'll be like at home sometimes and all of a sudden I'm like, and Angela's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I've been holding that all day.
Yeah. I actually just forgot to breathe.
Yeah, I just haven't breathed for like 8 hours. But there are times where it's like you realize, like, you're like, fuck, have I been breathing at all today? And especially like when I'm in like situations where there's a lot of people, because people make me very uncomfortable, and I'm super introverted and I have to pretend like I'm not. I'm like, the
She
whole
also
time.
will eat an entire chicken.
Very fast. Where was I the other day? I did it again.
Chicken.
I ate the whole fucking sandwich and then I looked around and everyone was like just opening their boxes and I was like, that's done. I'm done.
She's like, I'm done. And now I'm the only one who can talk.
Yeah. And then it like backfires hard. I
Right.
fucking hate it. But then I also don't breathe.
She eats fast. And she's like,
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I do too.
It's
Do
like,
you?
yeah, it's like
Oh,
a panic
God,
thing.
I
It's
don't.
like if I could hurry up and get this over with, then everything else will go as fast. And it doesn't work that way.
Mhm.
But in my brain, I'm like, if I do this quickly, also, because they say like the times that you're the most vulnerable are when you're sleeping and when you're eating, because that's like the time, like you think about like you watch nature and when is a lion going to eat a baby gazelle when that bitch is eating grass? That's like the most vulnerable time. So now I'm eating with strangers. The other day I was at I had to do like this little tiny baby presentation with a bunch of people and it was at Golden Corral. And she's like, do you want to get some food? Fuck no. First of all, it's a buffet. Don't even get started on that shit. Second of all, it's a bunch of strangers. You think I'm going to stand in line and then eat in front of them? I'll just have some water, please. And I just was hungry. But that's when you're the most vulnerable, is when you sleep and when you eat. And so, nope, thank you. Friends only. So if I eat with you, you're welcome.
Sweet.
So suck it.
that is something.
You're welcome. Yeah, I hate it. It's the worst. Well, it's just humans. Humans make me very low.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get it.
I used to use this app. I had it for a year and it was like, last year was a very, in 2024, was a very challenging year for me. It was called, Aura, A-U-R-A.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
I think it's like $70 for the year or something, but they've got all kinds of like really cool, like meditations or like hypnotherapists and different words and different.
Kind of like Calm. Because Calm has that.
It's similar.
Yeah.
I actually liked Aura better than Calm because I have both. But yeah, they have like meditations and like breath work and all this from anywhere from like 3 minutes to 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jesus.
and everything in between. And I started at 3 minutes because like I fucking can't. But I really I worked up to it and I would lay on the floor flat. And I would put my headphones in and I would just I would pass out. Like I'd be like unconscious on the floor. My husband would be like,
You good? Like a
"Are you still
little
breathing?
thing under your
a
nose.
little mirror
Yeah.
to make sure I was still breathing. But I had to do that last year early, probably in the first 6 months of the year because I was just struggling. I was so angry and so anxious and frustrated and
Maybe you should start it again.
yeah, well, yes. That's last time you went to yoga
Oh, I did yoga the other day.
with your grandmother or with your yeah, yeah,
To
sure,
yoga.
yoga doesn't count.
Yeah, it does to me. I know. I haven't done it in a while. I don't have fucking time. I don't have any fucking time. You know what's
I
funny though? One of the things I did not enjoy when I did yoga was when we did Kundalini.
Oh,
I was like, the fuck? I don't, it's part of it is for me, because I have asthma.
Mhm.
And there were many times, it's gotten better as I've gotten older. But when I was younger, it was rough. And it took a long time for us also to figure out, like, I was allergic to Christmas trees as it's like fucking December and I'm like rubbing the tree on my face for, Christmas. And so I've had lots of like really rough, like breathing, like asthma attacks and stuff.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what Kundalini reminded me of. I was like, we're all going to die. This is the worst thing. And they were like, if you're uncomfortable, you should stop. And I was like, I hate everything.
Mhm.
And it's interesting because there are some people that have said, like, it's just, there's certain people that,
It can be very activating.
Yeah.
It depends on the breath.
yeah.
There are some breaths that are very activating, like the breath of fire. It's
Yeah.
meant to be. That's what you want it to move your chi around. Your
I like
life
to touch my
spirit.
chi. Off my chi.
And it helps to build
Drop my
that
chi.
inner digestive fire right here in the solar
Oh,
plexus.
definitely.
But then there's
Shit
other
myself.
breaths that help
Shit
to relax
myself.
you. So
I'll have to try one of those. The only one I tried was breath of fire, and I was like, I want the fuck out of this fire pit of hell. But yeah.
What is that? I don't know. I mean, I've heard the word Kundalini, but I don't like.
I'm a 500-hour Kundalini teacher.
She does other things.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
So
It's a type of-
Kundalini, it is a type of yoga.
Mhm.
It's a branch of yoga. There are many different branches of yoga. And it's really kind of the branch that intertwines spirituality, I think, more deeply, and mysticism a little more deeply than the others, where we're using the body as a vehicle to be able to awaken that enlightenment or Buddha or Christ-like nature within us. And we do that through using the third eye and our breath, where we're going to be moving the cerebrospinal fluid really within the spinal canal. And so as that raises up, they're thinking that that is the Kundalini energy. And we move it to activate the third eye to be able to expand our consciousness or our awareness. Because with our human eyes, we're only able to see like 0.03% of the spectrum of visible light. But with our third eye, we're able to observe a lot more of this physical plane. So we use different practices to be able to awaken that within us and have the different energy centers aligned and awakened along the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating. It's like interesting. And when people like do it and you watch it, you're like, okay. But when I did it, I was like, get off me. Don't. Thank you.
I feel like it also is to help the lymph move around in the body, because so many of the exercises do move lymph.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like where you're like rowing or you're like breathing, like, like the breath of fire, you're breathing like really short but very rapid. So you're like really pulling the energy in very quickly and very heavily. And for me, I was like, oh, I fucking hate all of that. And it's nothing personal against Kundalini. It's my shit. But and they said there are just some people, they're like, it's not comfortable for people. And it was like me on crack. It was like too much. It was like, I imagine that's what it would be like if I did like meth.
You would be good with like the breath of vitality, which is the double exhale. I think that would be a really great one.
Better one. Yeah, the one where you're like, yeah. See, not that. That's not the one they taught me. I was like, oh, I want fucking out of here.
4 count in, 8 count out, I think would be perfect for you.
There you go. See,
And probably for you 2 count.
4x4 breathing.
No, she's like
No.
4 and 8.
Well, 4 and
4
8.
in, 8 out.
4 count in, 8 count out.
4, 8.
Mhm.
You just do the square, and then when you breathe out, you do 2 squares. That's what I meant. Dick. Duh.
I understand. I
Me?
understand.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You can also use your fingers. That's what I do. I tap on my fingers and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when I do the 8, I'll go across to the other hand.
Nice.
So,
There you say good.
So how long do you do that for?
as long as you need to. It can be from 30 seconds to
While you're peeing, don't take your phone.
20 minutes.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
randomly send you texts and like, if you're checking this while you're peeing, I'm gonna punch you.
do it for 1 minute.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's say that. Try
1
it for
minute.
1 minute, several times a day. Set a little gong. I mean, it's only 1 minute. You can do it while you're doing something else, but you got to concentrate on the breath.
Interesting.
And see if you can do it for a full minute. Because sometimes with my ADHD, I thoughts start coming in, and then you just gotta be patient with it. Wait a minute, I'm doing breath right now. You can wait.
There's a meditation they taught us, Sata Nama,
Uh-huh.
where you like sing it while you're doing the meditation, and you're also like picturing it coming from the top, like out. You're like kind of like a slide from here to like, so you're like Sata Nama, and that's my favorite one because it keeps me like focused enough, because it's like I have to think about singing it, because you do it like out loud, then you do it quietly, and then you do it in your like without any sound at all, and then you do it again, and you can do it as long as you want, but you have to picture like the sa, the ta, the na, the ma, like coming through. And that's the only one that I can actually like kind of get myself pretty relaxed on, because I'm like focusing on like other things, which is so stupid, but that's my favorite one.
It gives you something to do. It gives your
Yeah.
brain something to do.
Yeah, and it gives me like a little visual,
Mm-hmm.
because you can see the little like things on a slide,
Mm-hmm.
and that helps me out.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I know, she's so nice.
Very nice.
You should try it.
Okay. That's the girl who literally said bag of dicks. As I'm like,
I
this is-
mean that with love.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people who would be like, yeah. Okay. Any other recommendations that you would have for this one or anyone else?
Okay.
Be gentle with yourself. Start slow,
Okay,
start
but
low.
like other than
Take-
that.
I think that's the most important. I really
Yeah.
do, because you're not going to stick with it if you're not gentle with yourself, and that's what I found true for me. That's what I found true for so many of my clients.
Yeah.
Is
I told you that was like one of my favorite things in your book, was like, don't be a dick to yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, in a much nicer way you said it, but that too.
I'm like, that doesn't sound like something she
No, it was definitely, I'm like, don't be a dick to yourself.
Hers is like, find the inner workings.
I know,
of
she's
the
so
love
nice.
and
She's
this
like,
and that.
don't be
Rebecca's
mean to
like,
yourself.
bag of dicks, don't be a dick. I'm like,
Don't be an asshole.
to
I
yourself.
have
She's
said
all,
about
to
it.
sum it up.
Yeah,
Somebody.
same. Thank you. I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so today I'm not going to give animal facts because
What?
I know, because
You already did.
well, I did. Yeah,
Well,
I gave the
actually, it
sloths,
was cat.
and you gave the sloths.
Okay.
But also, I just want to take a moment. We talked about this. We just need to have a moment because it's 9/11 today, and yesterday, Charlie Kirk was murdered, and it's like really sad and it's horrific, and I think it plays a big piece too on where I feel like we are mental health wise in this world where you can't disagree with somebody without it being murder, and it's the fact that 9/11 also was like a thing of
So
people.
close,
Yeah, it's just like the fact that it was yesterday and then today's 9/11, and it's just that's a lot of yucky heaviness. And so I just wanted to like take a moment and just like honor the universe, and that we need to be nicer to each other, and it's okay to disagree and not like what someone else is saying, but you don't get to fucking murder people. It's real shitty. So that's it. That's what I got.
Yeah, or bonus.
Yeah, or bomb us or do anything else horrible. Or just be nice. Fuck.
Just be nice.
Just be nice. Just send a
Bag
bag
of
of dicks in the mail and call it even. You don't have to murder anybody with
Call it even.
yeah, then just be done with that. So there. And now you gave some slothy stuff. I gave some koala stuff. Yeah. So see? Yeah. And I imitated what it looked like for sloths to have sex. So you're welcome.
Did you know that female octopi will stay with their young for up to 4 years without eating, and then they die?
Oh,
It's the ultimate mother sacrifice.
wow.
And they don't even get real sex. The male octopi
Throws his penis.
throws their penis out,
She did.
and they
say
have to
that.
go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's very
in past
sad.
relationships. That probably would have been easier.
Girl, preach.
Like I can think of a lot in the past that would have been a lot easier. Yeah. I know. Octopi are so fascinating to me because they're like, don't fuck around. You
Well,
know?
aren't they really smart?
Yeah, very smart, like wicked smart. There was an octopus, I can't remember which aquarium it was in.
New Zealand.
Was it New Zealand where he
Okay.
got in and like figured out how to get the wires and like shut the whole fucking place down, like the lights and everything, because he was irritated with the way it was shining into his tank.
No, the New Zealand one was the one that he found a way out
Oh.
and got into the drain and got out to the sea.
Oh, like Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know where, I'll have to find the one, but he was irritated with the way the light would hit his little tank. So he figured out how to get out, get to where the electrical shit was, like squirt water, pew, 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 and it shorted out the entire aquarium. And then he got back in, and it wasn't until he went back on video and saw that that's what happened, because they were like, what the fuck? And he was like, all right, I'm good. Yeah, they're fascinating. I love octopi. All right, well, that was fun. See you later. All right, let me do our close, because I still haven't fucking memorized it, because I have so much shit in my brain. All right, may your healing journey irritate the fuck out of all the people it should.
Petty Luya.